Hi everyone, welcome to the intuitive card reading for the week of March 17th through 23rd. Welcome. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm feeling, if you hear me, if I sound like I'm stuffed up, I am a little bit. I don't have a cold, I just have healing nerves in my sinus region, and it's causing like a sinus type headache, and it's really uncomfortable, but it's positive in the signs of healing for me, but I just sound like I'm sick when I'm really kind of not. Well, at least I don't have a cold, but yeah, so just bear with me. Okay guys, please like this video, please share this video with anybody that needs to hear the energies of the week. What else? Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and comments down below. All right, and I think that's it, guys. Let's just jump into it because I really want to see what we have going on, because last week was kind of funky. You know, I remember we had that between worlds card, so I remember the limbo type feeling and just kind of getting through the week. So fingers crossed, guys. Let's see what's going on this week. Okay, so we have need, limitless. Okay, so this is great. So this is basically talking about potential. This is saying, I like it so far. This is basically saying that we need to see our potential. We need to see beyond our limits. We need to push ourselves a little bit out of our comfort zone, like that kind of thing. We need to do that, and that's great. And I actually don't have much to say beyond that. Action needed. What do we have here? Go the distance. Wow, nice cards to pair up together, right? Because basically it's saying get out of your comfort zone. Live, you know, you need to live a little bit more up to your potential. So basically what we're doing now is not necessarily up to our potential. We can do, we deserve more, we can do more. And this action needed is saying go the distance. So go farther with it, right? There's something that you have to take to, not necessarily completion, but beyond, maybe to completion. I'm not getting necessarily like any completion energy. Like it doesn't feel like an ending or something like that, because I would feel that as far as the completion goes, but it really is saying like go beyond. Okay, so guys, if we're in a job, for example, that we feel that we can do more, we can do better, this would be the energy telling us that we really kind of need to go beyond that, and go the distance. Maybe we need to go for another job or something like that. All right, what are the issues? All right, Spirit, tell us right now what's going to be some blocks we have this week. Divine child in the light, innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. Okay. Okay, acting childlike, innocent child. So we have issues with that. Okay, so we have issues with our inner child this week. Okay, so this can manifest a few different ways. And this is a reading for the collective, so, you know, this can manifest, you know, differently. For each of you. So this could be that we are having issues with our inner child. We're not allowing ourselves to wander. We're not allowing ourselves to be innocent in the way of like just childlike, you know, wonder. And we are just kind of blocking that part of ourselves. This could also be, you guys know I read intuitive, and I call it the intuitively weekly reading for a reason, because I'm getting something here with like a parent-child relationship. So you might be having issues if you're a parent, or if you're you know, the son or daughter in this situation. There's something with the parent-child relationship where it just feels like there's a miscommunication, or you're not necessarily allowing your child to be childlike, or being too much of a strict parent, or your parents being too strict to you. Like I also get like the sheltered type of feeling, where it's basically like you know, you might be sheltering your kids this week too much, or you know, with your parents or something like that. Like there's something here where spirit, you know, the childlike, you know, wonder within you wants to wander, wants to play, wants to explore the world and that kind of thing. And it just feels like there's like a block here, right? And so again, it could be for you, or you could be the parent in the situation that's kind of blocking that. So there's a couple of ways that this can manifest. Very interesting issue. We haven't actually, I don't think we've ever had that, but so interesting stuff going on here. So I would just be careful that you're not necessarily overbearing this week, trying to shelter your child. not giving them enough playtime, like something along those lines. It feels like might be stifled, and it's under issue, so it's going to be an issue. All right, challenge. Gratitude. Okay, we're having issues with gratitude. Pretty straightforward with this one. It's okay. I feel the same way about gratitude the way I feel about forgiveness. Forced forgiveness, forced gratitude is not real. It's not authentic. Unless it's authentic, then, then it's real, basically. So if we're not feeling super grateful this week, it's okay. It's coming up because it might be a challenge where maybe you guys are trying to start like a new law of attraction, abundance type routine with your spiritual practices, and you can't get there, right? You can't get there. This might mean for some of you guys that you might be a little bit more pessimistic this week. It's not wrong or bad, but it is what it is. So it's under challenge. So it's not saying that we can't get there, but it's going to be challenging to get there. Okay. And again, it's not real gratitude if it's forced. But continue to work on it till you kind of get there, and do what you do, do whatever you can to be in a more, appreciation type energy. But again, if you don't, that's okay. All right. Change. What's actually changing? Clean it up. Okay. So this is about this is interesting because this has a more of a completion type energy to it. Okay. Besides the distance, basically clean it up is basically saying like clean things up, do last minute things, finish projects that you've started. And that's what's going on here. It's because it's under change. And basically it's saying finish what you started, close things up, clean up the last of the mess, right? Or something along those lines, because you're getting ready for something new. It feels like you're getting ready to move on. You're moving on to the next chapter. And so basically it's telling you to kind of close it up. I didn't feel that energy here, but here it is. It says it is changing. So I like that. So yeah, it definitely gives more of that. You're getting ready for something else, right? This is talking about going the distance with something, with a particular project or whatever, however that resonates with you. But this is basically saying what's changing is that you're going to find yourself this week doing like last minute things, or, things that maybe you haven't finished in a really long time. It could be a project, a chapter in your life, that kind of thing. So definitely clean it up, close it out. Okay. Let's see, focus. Mentor. Yes, we've had this one before. And we've had guide before as well. So passing on wisdom and refining the student's character. Love that. Okay, so this is focus on the mentor. So that means we've graduated to a certain level of something, that we're now the mentor, not the student. In the broad scheme of things, we can always be a student, right? We're always open to learning. But this mentor archetype is saying, we need to focus on what we can teach. So all of the wisdom that you gained over the last couple of years, last couple of months, last couple of days, last couple of weeks, it's important that you take somebody else under your wing or become more of an authority figure when it comes to this particular thing. So focus on being a little bit more of the authority. And this is great because anytime there's like that kind of energy, that means that we're getting a little bit more into our power, where we feel like we are confident enough to teach what we have gone through. So definitely focus on that for sure. And and it's so great that card has been coming up, and the guide card, because it really does mean that we've graduated to like a certain level. All right, reflect. Kingdom. Okay, I think we've had this one too. Kingdom is being a leader, reigning over something. I would say also power is coming from this, right? But this is in the reflect. So it's basically saying reflect on, some good journal prompts would be reflect on how you feel about authority, reflect on how you feel about leadership, reflect on what kind of leadership that you maybe want to be doing. Are you a leader? Do you want to be managing things? Are you good at it? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? That kind of thing. Could even go into confidence, because that's also what this could mean. So what makes you feel most confident? How, what brings you your confidence, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of good journal prompts that kind of come from there. But Spirit is asking you to kind of look at how you are a leader in general, right? And something tells me maybe it's preparing us for something. Okay, responsibilities. We have new life. Well. Look what it is. I should have said this in the beginning. I swear, guys, I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny if the new life card came out? Because we definitely had the between worlds last time. Okay, so this means our responsibilities are looking to our new life, preparing ourselves for a new life. That's why we have the cleaning up as well. And we have it under change. So things are changing, guys. So it's your responsibility to look forward. It is your responsibility to look ahead. It is your responsibility to get everything done that needs to be done. I think last week I used the example of moving to a new home. That could definitely be a limbo area, especially like if you have half your stuff in one house and some of your new furniture is being delivered to your new house, and you go in, back and forth because it's a big project or whatever. That definitely could fall into the limbo category for sure. But your responsibilities, basically in that situation, this would say, okay, focus on getting, focus on the, clean up everything from the old, but also, focus a lot of your attention, your energy, and and your money and your resources basically on your new home. So make sure it is actually livable, that you can actually, did your mattress get delivered? Is all of your mail being forwarded? Excuse me. Is the heat working in the new home? Did you install the air conditioners? Did you put down the new carpeting? Et cetera, et cetera. So did you baby proof it? Maybe you have a child at home, right? So this is saying those are your responsibilities this week. Focus on that. I love that. I love new energy, you guys. And I think you guys know that about me. I love new energy. I'm a Gemini. I love change. Staying stagnant is like my worst nightmare. And unfortunately, I've been dealing with a lot of stagnant energy. Man, guys, if you ever hear people talk about a spiritual void, okay, I've heard people talk about spiritual awakenings. I've heard people talk about, and I talk about them too, obviously, and experience them. Dark night of the soul, right? Which is a kind of like spiritual depression. I've heard people talk about a void before. I thought maybe I had experienced one until I've actually experienced this one. Basically, it's like Groundhog Day, every single day, the same day, over and over and over again, where nothing moves. Like the energy does not move. Okay, at least it's been like that for me in my life. So whenever I see new energy now, not only do I get super, super excited, I get extra excited, okay, because I've been in the void, all right? So, and I love this because I am part of the collective, and this means this is happening for you guys too. So change, and by the way, change for the better, okay? Let me make that very clear, because I so far, guys, let's check in because we're halfway through basically. Definitely exponentially better than last week, okay? So hopefully you guys have gotten through last week, and look what we have here. So, well, let's keep going. Let's see. Maybe I spoke too soon, but I love this. Okay, money, finances, and career. We have upside down lover, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Okay, interesting. So this is basically saying, everything has a shadow. That's why I love these cards, because sometimes it highlights the shadow of a lot of things, including love. And I think I've said this before. You can overlove, you can overgive. You can't, love addiction. I think a lot of us have heard of that, especially us, quote unquote, hopeless romantics. This is like we're doing too much, right? So it's under money, finances, and career. Some of you guys out there are doing too much. So this term, self-destructive devotion, maybe you're so grateful that, here's an example. Maybe you're so grateful, maybe not because we have gratitude, but maybe you're so, bear with me. You have a dream job, like you got your dream job, and you're doing too much at it because you're afraid that you're going to get, like, it feels too good to be true. So you're like afraid you're going to get fired, or you're afraid you're not going to do a good job. So you overdo it. And you're burning yourself out, or you're annoying your new coworkers, or whatever it actually is. It's saying you're doing too much. Money, finances, and career. And by the way, guys, you'll know that you're doing too much because it feels energetically draining. Okay, and I think you guys are going to notice that this week, because it's not under. It's not saying, like, I'm getting like the feeling of like it's not going to, like, it's going to, you guys are going to be conscious of it, is what I'm trying to say. So if you guys have been acting, I'm just going to throw this word out here. And by the way, I think this word actually has has a light and a shadow to it. desperate. I'm getting desperate energy here, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay? So if we're so I don't love it that it came in the money, finances, and career. So watch what we're doing, guys. Watch what we're overdoing. Okay? Are we too devoted? Are we not giving anybody space? Okay? I know it's under money, finances, career, but just throwing it out there. Like like think of it in the context of people, right? It's kind of like overdoing it. Like you meet somebody and you really like them and you send them flowers and they say, oh, that's nice, and then they overdo it. The next day they send you 7 bouquets of flowers. Then they want to hang out with you all the time. Then they're always calling you. Then they're stopping by your house unannounced. Like it's too much, okay? So think of it in the way of people. How are you doing that with money, finances, and career? Okay, are you doing that at work? Maybe there's a dream job that you haven't nailed yet, but you're emailing the hiring manager like seven times a day. No bueno, okay? What are you doing here that's overdoing it? That's what I ask you guys, okay? Interesting stuff going on there. All right, surprise. Please be a good surprise. Okay, motivation, yes, I like this. All right, so we're gonna feel motivated. A burst of motivation, a burst of momentum, which we love because coming from the clean it up card, we gotta get stuff done, okay? Because things are changing and we're looking at our new life. So we have motivation. I love that. Motivation, momentum, something's putting a fire up your butt, right? To do something, get something done. Take advantage of the burst of energy. All right, friends. All right, before I look at this, I think it's been on and off. Not so great, great, not so great, great. What do we got? Poised. Okay, so this means we feel ready. I love this, especially when it pertains to new life. So we might be ready for the next chapter. We might be ready for new friends because it's coming under the friends section here, meaning that we have our ducks in a row. So I love that. If you want to take this, and see how these two are related, clean it up could pertain to maybe closing up old friendships, closing up old chapters, or circle of friends or something like that, because it definitely says that you're ready for new friends, and you're ready to be more social. Maybe this is just saying like you've had a period of isolation in your life, being the hermit, right? And now it's basically saying, no, now you're ready. Okay, now you're ready to be more social. So good. I'm so glad that we have something positive in the friends section here. All right, we have romantic connection. Poet expresses soul insights in symbolic language. I love that it's under romantic. How sweet. Sweet nothings. Speaking sweetly and poetically to your sweetheart. Guys, I have to tell you, I'm not dating because of obvious reasons, because of my health. I'm not in a relationship, but we've been getting really, really positive cards here in the romantic connection. So shout out to all you guys, all you lovebirds out there. I love to see it. I love love. So this fares well again in a more positive direction. So basically, maybe this week your significant other writes you a poem, or maybe you feel inspired to do that for your significant other. Maybe you're in a new relationship and somebody tells you they love you this week. Somebody, says something very endearing to you. So I love it. It's nothing but positive, and I love love, and you guys are awesome. Okay, so love that this is always continuously being pretty positive. So yay for us. Yay for the collective, I should say. Okay, what's important? A lot of things are important, but generosity. Okay, so this is about giving. I love this card, and I think we got it last time too. This means that we have received enough to give. Okay, and so basically it's saying it's important to be generous. It's important to share the resources. It's important to do something nice for people. It's important to be kind. It's important to be generous. So this might be coming up because we haven't been able to be in the past, like the last time it came up. So this definitely feels like a little bit more of a giving type week. No overgiving, like I said with the lover, right? No obsessiveness here, but a good amount of healthy giving. All right, health and wellness. What do we got? Come to the edge. Another card that pretty much, come to the edge is basically right before the poised, okay? If I could give these chronological order, it would be clean it up, finish cleaning your room, cleaning the old house, right? Cleaning your old house. Then being ready to come to the edge, so ready to jump off the cliff. And then getting yourself in position to jump off the cliff is the poise. And then new life. Okay, so guys, I know it's not a perfect order, but energetically it's an order, if that makes sense. Clean it up, come to the edge, poised, new life. Okay, so what is Spirit saying? What does this all mean? It's saying that we're ready for the new. We're ready for the new. And so let's look at it in a more zoomed in, health and wellness come to the edge. So you're on the edge of a health journey. You're almost there. You're almost there. And God, do I feel that for myself? God is good. Universe is good. Spirit is good. Whatever you believe in is good always. Okay? Because the darkness doesn't last forever, and you guys are ready to go over the edge in a positive way. Okay? Not like I'm about to go over the edge. No, it's saying like you're ready to, your next step would be poised into the new life. Okay? So this is basically saying you're pretty much ready to go into the next thing. Okay? So what could this mean? This could mean a health issue is resolving, like I'm using for an example for myself. If you're on a mental health journey, this could be maybe you're ready to graduate from your current therapist. Maybe if you're on I always use like weight loss journey. Maybe you are really ready to dive into a new program. It's just you're getting to where you are now. You're getting to the end of it, and you're almost getting ready to take position, poised, and jump off the cliff. Okay, so you're right at the edge of the cliff, which is great. So congratulations, because I know I put a lot of hard work into this, and I know you guys have too. So yay, yay, yay. Okay, last but not least, we have Upside Down Samaritan, exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Okay. Okay, so this is about looking for recognition, looking for that appreciation, etc., etc. So it's an interesting way to end the week, because it's basically saying like we want to be rewarded for our hard work, because there's definitely, like I said, I just finished congratulating you guys on, coming to the edge. We're coming, we're coming to a close with something, or a few things, and we do want appreciation for how far we've come. But we can only give it to ourselves, right? Because this is basically, you want recognition from others. It's, how do I say this? We're not necessarily going to get it. And I think it hinders the joy and really hinders our own joy for our own selves. But it puts like a how do I say this? Like, if you guys are looking for that external validation, I'm going to be very honest. You're not going to get it. So whatever journey you've been on, if we're looking at the health and wellness here, and we use some of the examples that I just used, if you're on a weight loss journey and you're about to start like a new program, or maybe you've hit your goal weight. Okay, let's use that example. And you want everybody to notice. You want everybody to notice your new transformation, your new, your new body. But people aren't necessarily giving it to you. That is going to hinder how far you've come. The outside praise, the outside appreciation is going to ruin the moment. That's a good way to put it. It's just going to ruin the moment. It's going to ruin your progress, because you don't need that outside. I know that we're human and we want that outside, what's the word? I keep wanting to say maybe like appreciation, but we want that validation. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Brain. Okay. So we want that outside validation. I'm just going to be very, very frank with you. You're not going to get it. So it's only going to matter how you feel about yourself and how far that you've come in this whole journey. So if it is, again, another example I used here, up here and over here, that, buying a new house, moving, right? And then maybe this week you invite your friends over, and you don't get as much praise about the new house as you'd like it to be. Maybe somebody says, oh, I thought you would go with a more modern house, or I thought that maybe you would buy a house that's not on a cul-de-sac, or whatever. Like, you can't listen to what people aren't saying and what people are saying, right? Because I just feel like it's like just chatter that's going to kind of mess with you. So you have to find the validation and the appreciation within yourself with anything that's kind of going on this week, okay? So I think that's like a good message to end with. And honestly, the only quote unquote red flag I would say is here. Maybe the Lover's card, okay? Be careful what we're doing at work with our money and finances and career. This just feels like, don't be, it's obviously feel what you guys need to feel, but if people aren't giving you that validation and appreciation for how far you've come, what you've recently done, any accomplishments or anything like that, it's pretty on par, but you don't need it, okay? So I think that's really the message Spirit is saying here. It's like, you don't need it. You know how you've crawled out from the abyss, okay? So, guys, I really don't love talking about me, but the way that I'm seeing this for myself is a lot of people don't, because I don't look sick, people don't understand like how, and they're not there with me every single day. I live alone, that kind of thing. People don't see how, when anybody out there that's ever had any type of chronic illness, endometriosis, POTS, MCAS, anything, right? Nervous system dysfunction like I have, amongst other things. People don't see that when they look at you, so they think that you're fine, but you have struggled so much. And then once you're better, people might not even realize it. You know what I'm saying? So the transformation is for you. You know how far you've come. You know how hard you worked, right? Even with the weight loss journey. Nobody is there every day smacking the potato chips out of your hand. You stopped eating the potato chips, okay? So you went through a lot. So basically what I'm trying to say is give yourself the validation that other people are not going to give you. Because let me tell you right here, that last energy here is saying you're not going to, if you're seeking it, it's not going to come. So it's got to come from you. So, all right, guys, I like this week. Like I said, we've only got 2 things that I would consider semi-red flag. It looks like a great week. Definitely light years better than last week. Looks like we're jumping into our potential. We're closing up things that don't work anymore, and trying to move on to a new chapter, which I love. And that could be for a variety of different things. We've got good connections here in our friends and our romantic connection. Good relationships. Love that. That's always positive to the week. Motivation. Guys, chef's kiss. This looks like a good week. All right, guys, have a wonderful week. Let me know down below how some of this resonates with you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.